Shalom Aleichem, and welcome to Online Smicha. Always in proximity to a yahrzeit of a tzadik, what comes to mind is a very interesting Gemara in Masechta Soita. The Gemara talks about Yaakov Avinu's passing, Yosef HaTzadik's passing, and Moshe Rabbeinu's passing. And the Gemara says, Yosef Zacha Likbaris Aviv. Yosef had the merit to bury his father. It says Yosef took care of all the burial needs of Yaakov. And him, from all the brothers, he was the greatest. He was the Mishnah Lamelech. So the Mishnah Lamelech himself dropped everything, took care of his father's burial. Shenemar, and the Gemara quotes the pasuk. So because of what he did, mi lanu gadol mi Yosef, who would be greater than Yosef? Sheloi nisasik boy ela Moshe. Who was involved in his burial? Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu personally took care of the burial of Yosef. He took him out of Mitzrayim and went on. Moshe zacha ba'atzmeis Yosef ve'ein bi Yisrael gadol mimenu. Shenemar vayikach Moshe es atzmeis Yosef imoy. So Yosef buries his father, even though he could have gotten help from anybody, not as a Mishnah Melech. As a reward, Moshe, the Gadol shall be Yisrael, takes care of Yosef's burial, and it goes on to one more step. Mi Gadol mi Moshe, who's greater than Moshe? Who took care of Moshe's burial? Shalei nisasik boy ela hamakim. Hashem himself, kavayachol, took care of the burial of Moshe. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, vayikbar oisei begai. Says the Gemara in conclusion, Lo yal Moshe bovad amroi. This statement that Hashem himself takes care of the burial is not only for Moshe, el al kol tzadikim. This applies now to every tzadik. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, v'halach lefanecha tzidkecha kvoid Hashem yasvecha. That somebody who does tzidkus, somebody who does righteous work in this world, Hashem himself gathers him in. Hashem himself takes care of him. As the simple pshat is, the Imrei Emes and many other Sfarim say, that it is a reward for Moshe Rabbeinu taking care of him, personally taking care of Yosef. Hashem himself, Kvayochel, took care of Moshe. And Moshe opened the floodgates, if I could use that word, as Moshe being a tzaddik, as a trickle down, every tzaddik gets that same reward. Now, the other Mefarshim go on to discuss, is everybody getting it the way Moshe Rabbeinu got it, the bracha, or is there a difference? Now that the Gemara says, Af kol tzadikim, every tzaddik, Hashem personally is involved. So we basically find three pirushim. We find the pirush of the Marsha. The Marsha says that there is a difference between Hashem's involvement in Moshe Rabbeinu's passing and Hashem's involvement in any other tzaddik's passing. Moshe Rabbeinu's passing, Hashem was involved not only in the spiritual sense, but begashmius, vayikbar oisei begai, nobody else was around to bury Moshe. Hashem himself physically buried Moshe. Whereas in all other tzaddikim, it's not in that level. In all other tzaddikim, Hashem collects their neshama, brings their neshama back, but the physical burial Hashem does not do. That's the Pirush the Marsha says. The Tosfos Yontif says the difference between the involvement of HaKadosh Baruch Hu with tzaddikim versus or how it was by Moshe is Hashem by Moshe was exclusively. There was no one else there. It was only Hashem. Whereas a tzaddik that passes away in the later generations, Hashem is obviously, the Gemara says, Hashem is involved in the burial of a tzaddik. But he gives an opportunity for others, and there are other people who are there, as we see by tzaddikim passing away, there is a chevra kadisha burying the tzaddik. And then there is a third pirush, a pirush from the Sefer Ur HaChachma, that says that the difference is like this, that by Moshe Rabbeinu, in Moshe Rabbeinu's involvement, since Moshe did this great honor to Yosef, Hashem buries him in such a way that in public, everybody sees that it was Hashem that took care of Moshe. Whereas by a regular tzaddik or any other tzaddik from there on, 100%, as the Gemara says, Lo yal Moshe b'vad amru, ela kol tzaddikim. But it's not something that you're able to see. It's something that you know that it's there, you believe it's there, and the burial of a tzaddik, Hashem is involved. It's definitely a Matan Kaddish. It's a Matan Kaddish because Hashem personally is involved in it, and it's a place to pray and do tshuva.